Yeah.
All right. So today we'll be learning about vascular bundles. Okay. Now, big term, vascular, and bundles is quite easy to understand. Now, what is vascular bundles all about, and where are they present? Now, we all know that all the living organisms, they are made up of tiny, tiny cells, right? And these cells are then grouped into form something. So what is a group of cells called?
A
A
group
group
of cells, tissue.
is called a tissue. Yeah. So now depending upon the type of cells, there are different types of tissues. For example, a simple tissue, when a similar type of cells make up that tissue. For example, if we talk about the organ heart, okay, so heart has some muscles which are called striated muscles. Now they are all the muscles which are present in the heart. They are similar. They are made up of similar kind of cells. Okay, so that's why whenever similar type of cells come together, we call that a simple tissue. Okay, and in contrary to that, if different types of cells come together, say for example, we have we have one type of cell doing specialized in one kind of activity, and then we have another type of cell which carries out some different activity. Now when these two cells come together and form a tissue, we call them complex tissue. Okay, so simple tissue when the cells which form the tissue are of the same type, and complex tissue when the cells are of different types, they come together and they make the tissue. Okay, is this part clear? Now we are going to study vascular bundles, and these vascular bundles are present in plants. Now plant is a very, very complex living thing. Okay, it is the only living thing probably which can make its own food. Okay, there are no other living creatures which can make their own food. So definitely the mechanism in the plants would be a lot complex, because we all know that the photosynthesis process by which the plants make food, it is carried out where? In the roots,
In the leaves.
in the leaves, right? Because leaves have chlorophyll and they absorb the sunlight, and they carry out photosynthesis. Now it is like the kitchen of the plant. Now whatever food which is being prepared in the leaves, it has to be transported to the other parts of the plant, otherwise the plant will not survive. It is a living thing. Like any other living organism, it will need food, water to survive. Okay, so whatever food is being cooked by the leaves, they're all it is getting transported to right from the tip of the root to the highest most part of the plant. Now in order to carry out photosynthesis, leaves also need water. They can't carry out photosynthesis without water. Now where do they get water from? When it rains, the trees, do they absorb water from the atmosphere?
No, from the soil.
From the soil. So how much ever you pour gallons of water on the tree, or you pour water directly on the leaf, it is not going to absorb it. The water which is required for the plant to carry out its activities come only from the roots. Okay, so it is important that you water the roots, or water the soil near the roots. So these roots then work towards absorbing the water and transporting it to all the parts of the plants, including the leaves. Okay, now imagine, for this movement of food and for the movement of water, there has to be a real complex mechanism inside. Okay, now that mechanism, that that is called a vascular bundle. Now, these vascular bundles are pathways, like we have our food pipe, like we have our windpipe. The same way, vascular bundles are, transportation lines in the plants. So through vascular bundles, the transportation of water, food, minerals, enzymes, proteins, everything takes place through the vascular bundles. Okay. Now, is this clear to all of you? Am I
Yes.
audible? Yeah. Okay. Now, last year, if you all remember, we did an experiment to understand the role of stem. You all remember that? We dipped the stem in some colored water, we took a cross section and we observed it under the microscope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what did we observe? That the colored water was absorbed by the stem and it was carried by the stem to the flower or the leaf. Okay. So similarly, the plant has vessels which carry food. Okay. So obviously the root absorbs water, so the water goes from bottom to up, and the food is prepared in the leaves. So the food travels from top to down. Okay. This is how the entire mechanism of transportation of water and food takes place in the plants. Now let's see. Now, this transportation system is a little bit comparable to our circulatory system, wherein our heart is pumping the blood and our veins and capillaries and arteries are carrying it to all the parts, each and every cell of our body. Okay, so these vascular tissues are very similar to the circulatory system of human body, right? Now, as I told you, it's very important that you understand that the vascular system is a complex tissue system. Okay, what do you understand by complex tissue system?
It has many different kinds
It has more than
of
one type of
cells
cell.
which are
It
working
has
together.
more than one type of cells. Okay. Okay. Now, these vascular bundles majorly are of two types. Okay. One is xylem and the second is phloem. Now, xylem is a system which carries water from the roots to all parts of the plants. Okay. So, the blue one in the picture is the xylem, and phloem is the one which carries food which the leaves prepare to all parts of the plant. Okay. Now the pink one or the magenta one that you see in the picture represents the phloem. Now the flow of, the direction of flow of content in xylem is only one direction. Xylem works only from bottom to up. Okay, but phloem can work both ways, because if a leaf is preparing the food, phloem brings it to the roots also and it takes it to the higher parts of the plants also. Okay, so xylem and phloem together constitute the vascular bundle. Okay, when we say a bundle of straw, that means a collection, a group of straw. Okay, so similarly vascular means something like veins, something like straws. Okay, so vascular bundles means a group of vessels, a group of straws which which carry the material inside the plant. Okay, is vascular bundle the word and the type of vascular bundles understood to everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now let's understand xylem. Okay, now as we discussed, you remember this is the similar activity which we did. Okay, so the ink spots that we could observe on the microscope, that was xylem, because it is the water which was being absorbed. So the colored highlighted portion which we saw in the microscope was xylem cells. Okay, phloem cells we won't be able to see by this activity. So let's understand how xylem works and how is their structure. Okay, now these xylems are like thin straws. Now, each of these, each dot that you see is a xylem. Now, each xylem looks like this. Okay, it has many layers, many types of cells. So the four different types of cells which are there in xylem are xylem vessels. These are the basic cavities, the vessels which carry the water. Okay, then we have xylem fibers. Now xylem fibers carry water, and they also support the xylem vessels. Okay, these are extremely tiny, very tiny, something like capillary. You all know what is a capillary?
Aren't they these like
Yeah.
what do I?
Sorry.
Isn't it like something that isn't it? It carries the blood, or are those blood vessels?
Yeah. So capillaries are, they are far thinner than the veins and the arteries, and they are very thin. To give you an example, if you all have seen the straw of any ball pen, so capillary is many times smaller or thinner than the straw. Okay, so these xylem fibers are, or xylem vessels are small capillaries which are supported by xylem fibers. Now xylem vessels are different types of cells, xylem fibers are different types of cells. Then we have something called as xylem parenchyma. Okay, now xylem parenchyma is the only living cell. Okay, now you all know that in our body also many cells are living and many cells are dead. Can you all give me an example of dead cell in our body?
Our hair,
Our
our
hair,
nails.
our
Yes,
nails. Okay,
our
our hair,
nails. Yes.
our nails, and for that matter even our tooth. It's the nerve ending which is giving life, otherwise even that is dead, right? So the same way, xylem is also composed of some dead cells and some living cells. So xylem parenchyma is the living cell, the rest three of them are dead cells. Okay, and the fourth component of xylem is called tracheids. Now these tracheids are, they are strong and they offer support. Now understand that xylem and phloem, or the complete vascular system, is running through the center of the stem. Okay, now stem has, apart from transportation, stem has another important role, is to hold the tree, hold the plant upright. Okay, so stem needs to be strong. Imagine if the center of a stem is made of hollow tubes, will it be able to withstand all these winds and all of it? It's not possible, right? So along with the vessels, along with the tubular structures, there needs to be some cells which provide strength to the stem. Okay, so these tracheids in the xylem provide the strength and support for the stem. So see, there are four parts: xylem vessels, which are the main cavity, xylem fibers, which support the xylem vessels, xylem parenchyma, which is a living cell, and the tracheids, which are strong and which offer support to the stem. Okay, so these are the four parts of xylem. Now,
Ma'am,
yeah,
just like a question. But what is the role of xylem parenchyma?
see, xylem parenchyma stores food for the xylem to work.
Okay.
Okay, all right, so these are the four components. Now what does xylem do? Xylem, first thing, carries water and minerals. Now you all know that these minerals are absorbed from the
Ma'am,
soil. Yes.
so like your voice just broke for me. I'm having a little bit of a poor internet connection. Could you explain about the xylem, like the last part that you just told,
Xylem
explained?
parenchyma.
No, well, that before that I heard that.
Okay, so I will just quickly brief the parts of xylem. Okay, so xylem constitutes of four parts. The most important ones are the xylem vessels. These xylem vessels are the tubes which transport water and minerals. Okay, now these xylem vessels are supported by xylem fibers. Xylem fibers carry out two activities. One, they help in transportation of water and minerals, and second, they offer support to the xylem vessels. Third is the xylem parenchyma. Now, xylem parenchyma essentially stores food. Okay, you all know that every living cell, even in our body or in any living organism, cannot work without food. Okay, so xylem, even if it is a small tube, to carry water up, it will need some energy. So xylem parenchyma is storing that energy, storing that food for xylem to work. Okay, and the fourth part is the trachete. Now trachetes offer a strength, a support for the stem of the plant because they are running right through the center of the trunk. Okay, these are the four parts. Now, what are the functions of xylem? Most important, transportation of water and minerals. Okay, these minerals, you all know that whenever you give fertilizer, you put fertilizer onto the soil, it has nitrogen, phosphorus, and many minerals in it. So all these minerals are absorbed by the roots. The plant does not absorb these minerals from the air, so they are absorbed from the roots. So water and minerals absorbed from the roots are carried by the xylem to the other parts of the plants. Now the flow of content is only one way. There is only unidirectional flow of the matter inside the xylem. Now imagine for such tiny or thin xylem tubes to carry water from the ground against the gravity to the topmost part of a big tree. It is a huge task. Do you all understand how difficult it would be? It does not have a motor pump to pump the water. Imagine you have a 24 or 40 storied building, and the building's main water reservoir is at the basement, and you have pipelines which are carrying that water from the basement tank to the 40th floor. Okay, it cannot be done without a pump, but in plants they are doing it without any pump or motor. Okay, they are using their own energy to do that. Okay, so it's a difficult task. It is not as easy as we think. Okay, so this is what is xylem all about. Any doubts in xylem?
No, ma'am.
Clear.
Okay, now uh, what is the force that is created, or what is causing the xylems to pull water from the soil? Can you all think of that?
Ma'am, I actually know this. Can
Yeah, yeah, please answer.
yeah. So it's because of the transpiration of the plants, it creates a suction pull,
Hmm.
which makes the water from the roots travel up.
Correct. So it's very similar to having a cold drink with a straw. You're creating a suction. Okay. Now what happens is, you all know that the plants also carry out excretion. So excretion can be in two ways. One, you might have seen some trunks secreting some gum kind of a structure, some resin kind of a thing. Okay, and the second mode of excretion is transpiration, where it's similar to sweating. How we sweat out a lot of water. Same way, plants carry out something called as transpiration. In transpiration, excess water, whatever is there, it is evaporated from the plant. So what happens is water gets evaporated from the leaves. Now all the parts don't transpire. Transpiration happens only from the leaves. So when the transpiration process takes place, vacuum cavities are created because that water is evaporated. So there are empty vacuum pockets which are created in the leaves. Now because of this, a suction is created, a force is created. There is a demand that my water is evaporated, I need more water to carry out photosynthesis. Okay, so that kind of a suction is created due to transpiration, and that is what is, you know, kind of pulling, that is the force which is creating an upward pull of water and minerals from the roots. Okay, all right, now let's go to the phloem cells. Now,
Ma'am,
yes,
so the xylem is creating a suction pull from the roots to carry the water upwards to the other parts of the plant.
yes,
Okay.
or xylem carries the water due to the suction force which is created in the leaves due to transpiration. Okay,
Okay.
all right, now let's go to phloem. Now we saw that in xylem water is required, I mean water which is required for the leaves, the xylem carries it from the tip of the root to the, you know, there are many veins and midribs inside the leaf. So that is how the xylem is networked. It is like it goes through the trunk, then it goes to the branch, then it goes to the midrib of the leaf, then it goes to the veins in the leaves, and that is how water reaches to each and every cell. Now, each and every cell in that leaf is going to carry out photosynthesis because they have chloroplast in them. Okay. Now, they carry out photosynthesis. Now, this food is to be carried out to all the parts of the plants again, because not all the parts make food. Not every part is green. So, it's the role of the leaf. Now, what does the leaf do? Leaves make these food. Now, what are the components of the food which the leaves prepare? What?
Aren't they like, I'm taking a guess at this. I think I've heard it before. Aren't they processing like sugars or
Yeah. So they process only
glucose?
sugars. So to describe it in a broader way, they prepare only carbohydrates. Okay, in the form of sugar. Right. So what happens is, like we eat a balanced diet with carbs, proteins, and all that the plants need to function is sugars. Okay, so in the process of photosynthesis, sugars are produced. Now these sugars must be transported to all the different parts, and that is carried out by a group of cells called as phloem cells. Okay, now apart from carrying the sugars, these phloem cells also carry proteins and mRNAs through them. Okay, uh, RNA is a is a genetic material. Okay, which tells the DNA to, you know, that it needs to synthesize some protein. So mRNA is a messenger RNA. Okay, so these, apart from the sugars, proteins and RNA, everything is being transported through the phloem bundles. Now, as similar to the xylem, phloem also is made up of four types of cells. Okay, so the first component of phloem is something called as the sieve tube. Okay, now what happens in the sieve tube? You all understand the word sieve. Sieve is like a chunni. It has got perforations in them. So when the food passes through the sieve tube, there are perforations around the sieve tube so that the sugar can be dispensed to all the parts of the plant while it is traveling through the phloem. Okay, that is the function of sieve tube. Now to support the sieve tube, they have something called as companion cells. So if you see, these are the sieve tubes. If you can see these holes, these are sieves. Okay, This is how the seed tubes look. Now to support them, we have companion cells. Okay, their role is to support in food transportation and also to support the seed tube, similar to xylem fibers. Okay. Now the third part is the parenchyma cells. Now parenchyma cells are very similar to the xylem parenchyma. They store food. Now one other task that the parenchyma, phloem parenchyma carries out, it allows horizontal transfer of food. Say for example, this is my trunk and there is phloem parenchyma. The food is flowing from top to down. So and there is a branch out here. So the food can flow horizontally through the phloem parenchyma cells. Okay, so the horizontal movement of food is made possible using the phloem parenchyma. And then we have something called as the phloem fibers, which are very similar to the tracheids in the xylem. They offer mechanical support to the phloem and the stem both. Okay, so these are the four parts of phloem tissue. Now the movement in phloem is bidirectional. It can happen in all direction, bottom to up to down, sideways, in all direction. Okay, now in case of phloem, except for one sec. Yeah, so all the cells except the phloem fibers are living cells. In xylem, except the xylem parenchyma, all were dead cells. In phloem, except phloem fibers, all are living cells. Okay, so phloem helps in transportation of carbohydrates which are produced by the producers, that is the leaves, to the users, which are any part, like it can be stem, it can be root, it can be any other part of the plant. Okay, so is phloem clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, but could you just recap? Could you just like explain in like short the parts of?
The next slide is that only. I'll
Okay.
just brief you. Okay, so now let's understand the difference between xylem and phloem. Okay, both are tubular shaped structures. Okay, in xylem, we don't have sieves. In phloem, we have sieve cells. We saw that. Okay, where are xylem and phloem located? They are located at the xylem is located at the center of the vascular bundle. For example, if I have a structure of straws, xylem is at the center, and covering the xylem, we have the phloem cells. Okay. Now, xylem is present all in the roots, stems, and leaves. But phloem initially is present only in the stems and leaves, and later, when the transportation of food begins, it grows in the roots also. Movement carried out in xylem is unidirectional. It is from bottom to up against the gravity. But in case of phloem, the movement is both ways. Okay. Functions of xylem: transportation of water and minerals from roots to other parts of the plant. Okay, and this happens due to the transpiration, which creates a suction force. Right? The function of phloem is to carry sugars, to carry proteins, and to carry RNA, which is responsible to carry out all the activities of the growth and the survival of the plant. Okay. Now, in xylem parenchyma is the only living cell. The other three, that is xylem fiber, xylem vessels, and tracheids, they are all dead cells. In case of phloem, phloem fiber is a dead cell, but is the seed tube, the companion cell, and phloem parenchyma, they are all living cells. This is to summarize the functions of xylem and phloem. Now you all tell me if you all have any doubts in this.
I just have one about the structure of phloem.
Okay.
Can I just see that slide where it shows it?
Yeah.
Yeah, could you just explain just like briefly, like you did for xylem?
Uh,
Just like
okay. There are four types of cells in phloem. Okay.
yeah.
The first cell is the sieve cells. Now, sieve cells are cells with perforations. Imagine you have a net, okay, and you roll the net into a cylindrical structure. Okay,
Okay.
so that net structure is something which will carry the food. Now, because it has got perforations, the food or the sugars will be dispensed at all, like wherever. Imagine
Yeah.
that netted cylinder. If you pour water, water is going to come out from all the perforations. So
Yes. Yeah.
similarly, the sieve tube works in that way. Okay. Now to support the sieve tubes, we have companion cells. They also help. Now imagine there is a sieve tube and it is covered by the companion cells. So these
Yeah.
companion cells further kind of disperse the food to to outside the phloem bundle, and also they offer some kind of structure, the support to the sieve tubes. Okay.
Okay.
Then we have phloem parenchyma. Similar to xylem parenchyma, phloem parenchyma stores food. Okay.
Okay.
An additional task that phloem parenchyma carries out is it allows horizontal transportation of food. Okay. For example,
Okay.
if your leaves are preparing food, the phloem is carrying it down, and it there comes a branch. See,
Yeah.
actually, it does not happen this way. Okay, I'm just giving you analogies so you can visualize it. Okay,
Okay.
food is coming from the top and it reaches, and there is a 90-degree branch. Okay, the food needs to travel into that branch. Now, this there has to be a horizontal movement of food. It is not upward or downward. So these phloem parenchyma cells support horizontal movement of uh, you know items from the phloem to other parts. Okay,
Okay.
and then we have phloem fibers, which offer strength and support to the stem of the plant and also to the phloem vascular bundle.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So all clear with xylem and phloem so far?
Yep.
Ma'am, I
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
question for the xylem.
Okay.
Uh, like you said, the phloem parenchyma has the ability to move the food horizontally. So for the water, is there anything like that so the water
No,
can
it
go
is
to
not
every line?
required because there is suction force.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So suction force is pulling the water. So there is a force acting on it. Okay. All right. Now you all know that there are two types of plants, monocot and dicot plants. You all know that? We all have seen monocot and dicot
Yeah.
seeds in the,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. Now, if we don't have a seed, we can differentiate based on the plant also whether they are monocotyledon or dicotyledon type plants. Okay, how we can do that? We can do that by understanding the structure of their stem. So this is a cross section of the stem of a monocot plant, and this is that of a dicot plant. Okay, if you see here, these small round structure, these are vascular bundles. Okay, so this is a stem. If you cut the stem horizontally, you will see that there are vascular bundles. Okay, you see, this is how, then it has multiple tubes in it. Can you see that? The structure would be a little more clear to you all now because of this. Okay, now these vascular bundles, there are many bundles. See, this is one bundle, this is a second bundle, third, fourth, fifth. So there are many bundles in the trunk. Okay, so in a vascular bundle, in a monocot stem, the vascular bundles are randomly arranged throughout the stem. Okay, if you see, there is no proper alignment or anything. They're just randomly placed anywhere all over the stem. Okay? But in case of a dicot stem, there is a ring, there is a periphery. So all these vascular bundles are aligned on the ring. They are not scattered here and there. Okay, so if you have a plant and if you don't know whether it is a monocot or a dicot plant, you can take a cross section of the stem, you can observe it under the microscope, and you will be able to then say whether that stem is of a monocot plant or a dicot plant.
Okay.
Okay, clear? This slide is clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, now let's move on to the experiment.
See, what are the things that you all need? I'm telling you all. You all need 6 straws. Okay. You all can take 2 colors if you all are having, like maybe blue and white, or any 2 colors that you all are having 3 pairs of. Okay. You all need glue. You all need a paper cutter. You all need a green
Ma'am, I
colored sheet.
have scissors. Is that okay?
Uh,
Ma'am,
what did you?
I have 2 green and 1 yellow, and I have 3 pink.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
yeah.
Ma'am, can I use a scissors instead of a paper cutter?
Um, okay, we'll try. I don't think so. Like you can cut it, but anyways, we can try. Okay. You all also need sellotape. Okay, and a marker. You all also need a pencil and a scale.
Okay, ma'am, I just need to go get sellotape.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I don't have the glue and the paper cutter. Can I go get it?
Yes. Go get it, Vedika.
And I don't have plastic straws. I only have the paper ones. I couldn't find plastic. So is that
No problem.
okay?
That will also work. Yeah. Yes, Gia.
Ma'am, I have sellotape.
All right. Let Vedika come. Then we like what you have to do is see. You all have to make 3. Can you all see 2 straws? You all have to like put sellotape and fix it together like this. Okay. Make 3 pairs. 1, 2, 3.
The two different color straws in one
Ma'am,
pair,
I'm back.
right, ma'am?
Yes, with 2 different color straws. The same color straw, like having in 3 pairs, the same color straws are preferable. But if you all don't have it, that will also do. Okay. So you all need to make 3 pairs. Put sellotape on the top and bottom, and you make a pair out of it. How many of you all are having these flexible straws which can bend at the bottom like this?
Me, I have those.
Okay. Okay, Vedika. You
Ma'am,
have
mine is at the top.
you all have to keep it at the bottom. Okay, like this.
Okay.
Yeah. If you are having 6 flexible straws, that is good enough.
Ma'am, do we make pairs using the scotch tape or the
Yes.
glue?
No, not with the sellotape. Use the sellotape to make a pair. Okay. Put it together and put sellotape. Top and bottom.
Ma'am, my
So
tape isn't working.
go ahead, Jia.
No, no,
Yes,
no, it's okay. Go ahead.
so we wrap the tape around the top and the bottom.
Yes, yes. See, you'll have to
Okay.
just wrap the tape here. Okay. Top and bottom.
By bottom, ma'am, means little above the flexible place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, so like this,
Yes, yes, Priya. Like that.
and I left space for it to bend.
Yeah. Like this, you have to leave little space. Like you can put it above. Okay. The
Okay.
sellotape, you can put it above. Yeah. Make three, like three pairs, and then let me know.
Ma'am, I'm done.
Ma'am, I'm done.
Okay. Now what I will do? Do you have a green sheet of paper?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm not done yet. I still have one more pair to go.
Okay. See, I'm just instructing so that the others can do it by that time. You can start a little later. Okay. See, what you'll have to do. This will take a little long time for y'all. You'll cut a strip, okay, of the green paper. Like which you're having a green paper. Cut a strip of the green paper, and can you all see? Can you all see what have I done? Is it visible? You'll have to make such markings on the paper. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is what you'll have to do on the paper, on the entire length of the paper with the help of the pencil.
So, like, how big does the strip need to be? How thick?
As big as your straw, as big as the folding of like if you are having flexible straws, up to the folding, like this much. This much.
But it should be the same thickness of the two straws.
No. The thing is like you will cut a strip, okay, like this. First cut a strip
Okay.
and make these markings. Then I'll tell you all what to do.
Okay.
The thickness could be, little smaller than the three pairs kept together.
Okay.
And ma'am, as long as the length of the straws, right?
Yeah. You are not having flexible straws and as long as the length of your straws.
But if you do have flexible straws, then
Then up to the bend. Then up to the
up to
bend.
the bend.
Like, yeah.
Now I made my 3 pairs.
Okay. Yes, Gia. Now you can cut a thin piece of your green chart paper. Okay.
To what length?
See, your length should be as per the length of your straw. Suppose like my straw is this much, so my length is this much. Can you see it? These are the straws, and this is my paper.
Ma'am, is this good?
Yeah. Yes, Ria, that's okay.
And
And
ma'am,
now I have to make those markings, right?
right?
Yeah, I'll have to make those markings
With pencil.
with pencil. Yeah.
Ma'am, could you repeat to me what I have to do?
Yeah. Have you, Vedika, have you made the 3 pairs of like straws?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Now what you do, you have a green chart paper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as the length of your green chart paper, that much of length of a strip of paper you're going to cut like this. That will be the length.
Ma'am, can I see how the markings are?
Yeah.
How are they? It's like from the top, from the top.
Oh, from the top. Okay.
Okay, I see.
So you have to
Yeah.
cut a thin
And what
strip.
about the width? So I marked the length, but what about the width?
Wait, give me a second. Okay. Wait.
So they are about, elongated hexagonal structures with a dot or nucleus at the middle. Okay, you can use a black sketch pen or a thin pen, black pen or a dark pencil, anything to draw that.
Y'all can take the width as 4. Okay, 4 centimeters.
Okay, 4 centimeters. Ma'am, mine is more than 4 centimeters.
So no problem. See what you'll have to
Like
do.
about 7.
More means how? Like what is the breadth?
Like it's about 7 centimeters.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
like
mine is 7.5.
that's going to be too much. Okay, so you cut it.
Okay, I'll cut it.
Maybe about 4 to 5. That's okay. Okay. Just a thin strip you'll need to take.
Ma'am, can I use a Sharpie to mark everything? So
Uh,
can I use a marker to do the?
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes.
yes, yes. Yes, Ajia, that is okay.
Ma'am, can I see the mark?
Can I see the hexagonal shape again?
Yeah.
Okay. So something like this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
With dots at the center, Ria.
Okay.
Mom, I did that. What to do next?
Okay. Did you do that? Show me, Vedika.
My paper and my straws.
Ria, could you just hold yours up again?
So,
Okay,
have
sure.
you done these hexagonal structures?
No, I left the meeting. I had connection
Okay, okay.
problems, so I
So you
didn't
can
know what
do
to.
this, okay? On that strip of paper, you
Okay.
can make these hexagonal structures with dots at the center. That is the nucleus.
And what about the width of the paper?
Width can be about 4 to 5. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
So there doesn't mean you don't need to leave any gaps between the straw, right? Or do
No,
you have to?
as in what you are trying to tell me? Like, have you made these type of pairs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it aside now, and you make this like these structures on the paper. Then I'll tell you what to do.
Ma'am, the pattern doesn't have to be perfect, right? Like some of mine are a bit
No,
wonky.
it doesn't have to be perfect. No, that is okay.
Ma'am, is this okay?
Uh, wait, wait, Adya. Uh, I'm unable to see any like markings. Have you done it very lightly, Adya?
It's not very light, ma'am. Is that better?
Okay, actually, yeah, yeah, that is
Yeah,
okay.
that's for the heart.
Adya, you have done the step, right? Now, what you can do next is you can fold your paper into half. Your paper, you have to fold it like this. Can you see it? This is the paper, okay? You have to fold it into half.
Okay.
Yeah. Vertically, you'll have to fold it, okay? This is the paper, you'll have to fold it into half, like this, longitudinally.
Ma'am, I'm done doing all the markings.
Okay. See, Ria, what you yeah, that's okay. Now what you can do, Ria, you can fold your paper longitudinally into half like this.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then what?
And then after that, this one half you all can see, like you all have already folded it into half. Now one
Yeah.
half again fold it into half. Take one, I mean,
So
you will
one
take,
second.
okay, and one half again fold it into half like this.
So we take the half that's folded and then we
Yeah.
fold this into half.
Yeah. Now you all see when you all divided it into two parts, like you all made it
Yeah.
into half means,
Yes.
yeah. So one half again divided into two parts, like again fold it.
Oh, so we open it and then we open it and then we fold it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Adya, did you understand? See, I'm showing you all. This is a paper. Okay. Fold it into half first. Okay. Open it up again. And that half again fold it into half.
Okay.
Understood? Yeah.
Yes. Ma'am, should I do that for both sides?
No, only for one side.
So ma'am, I'm done. So now it's split
Okay.
into three
Now what
parts.
you can do is, see, you all can make it into a triangle like this. Can you all see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make it into, so that like from the top, it should look like a triangle. Like this.
Ma'am, mine is look. Oh, okay. So you fold it inwards. So like this.
Yes.
And my
Now,
markings aren't that great.
yes, yes, Ria. Now what you'll do, you put a sellotape. Okay? In that
And we
form, how you put it for the straws, you put sellotape on both ends.
Ma'am, but I haven't folded it yet.
Um, Gia? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you how to
so
fold
we
it.
fold it
Okay, give me one
exactly
minute.
like
Give me
this.
1 minute.
So we tape it on the top over here and at the bottom,
Top
right?
and bottom. Yes. Gia and Vedika, like when you all are done, you'll tell me, I'll tell you all how to fold it. Adya, did you understand how you have to like make it?
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Okay.
doing it. Ma'am, should I glue it into a triangle? Or-
Yeah, you can glue it also. You can glue it or you can like put a tape. Okay, you can glue it also.
I think tape would be easier.
Yeah.
And ma'am, does it have to be an equilateral triangle? Because mine is
No,
more
no, no.
like a
It
right
doesn't have to be
angle.
an equilateral triangle. It can be like a triangle only. Doesn't have to be an equilateral triangle.
Ma'am, I'm done.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
taped it.
Yeah.
So now what
So
do I
now,
do?
Syria, what you'll do is you have to stick all of these to the three sides. Like you made three sides of like three sides are there,
Oh,
right? Yeah.
okay,
You have to put it with glue. You have to stick it to the paper with glue.
okay. So like something like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm done with the markings. It looks like this.
Okay. Yes. Yes, Gia. That is
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I'll tell you how to fold it. See, look at the screen. Okay. Now this is your paper. You fold it into half. Fold it into half like this. Longitudinally, you have to fold it into half.
I'm done too. I don't know whether you can see the markings, but
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, it's visible. So I'll fold the paper into half like this, longitudinally. Okay. Now that half again fold it into half. Open up the paper now. Okay. Fold it. After folding it into half, now again open out the paper, and one of the half you'll again fold it into half like this. Did you all follow what I said?
yeah.
Ma'am,
My
I'm done.
paper is way too small to do that. It's just 4 centimeters wide.
Yeah, mine is also 4 centimeters, Gia. You can do it. See, again, I'm
Ma'am,
telling
but
you.
this is how wide it is.
What you'll do, see, Gia. Again, look. First, fold it into half and show me.
I folded it into half.
Okay. Now that half again divided into half. Again, fold it into half.
Ma'am, I
Okay.
did it.
One of the half. Okay. Yes. Yes, Vedika. That's correct.
Ma'am, I've made the triangle.
Okay. Now, wait, Adi, I'll just tell you what to do. Yes, Vedika. Now, what you do, you make it into a triangle like this. Can you see the like the from top? It will look like this,
Okay.
into a triangle,
Like this.
and you put sellotape on the top and bottom and secure it. Yes. Gia, have you done it?
Ma'am, I still feel that it's too small.
Yeah, it's possible. Mine was the same thickness as yours.
Okay. How do you make it into a triangle?
After folding it, no, you make it into a triangle like this. Like from the top, it should look like this,
Okay.
like a triangle.
Yeah. Yeah, 1 minute. I'll just do that.
Ma'am, so yeah, I completed it and it's like completely covered.
Okay. Yes. Yes,
I'm
Ria.
just gonna, can I tape it around for extra security?
Yeah, you can do that.
So then you have to tape it to hold it?
Yes, you have to tape it
Ma'am,
to
should
keep
I
it in that shape.
put
You have to
straws
tape it to keep
onto
it in
the
that shape. Yes, Adya, what you can do is at all the three faces, you can glue the strips. I mean the straws.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm done. What do I do next?
Okay, Ria, what you can do is you have the green sheet of paper.
Yeah. Do I need a completely new one? Because I do
Yes.
have a new one.
See, show me your show me the preparation that you have made, like what you have made. Yes, you encircle it like this completely. Okay,
Okay.
and you put it here.
And I just glue it together.
Yeah, listen, Ria, before that what you can do, you can make one cutting here at the center. I'll show you how.
Let me show you. Let me show them that screen.
Yeah.
It needs to have a window like this, Ria.
Okay, so we have to have a window like that,
Yeah.
Yes.
and that's how it fills the tube. Okay.
Ma'am, this is what mine looks like.
Yes, Jia. That's the way it has to be done.
Okay, what now?
Have you pasted the straws on the sides?
No.
Paste the straws on all the three sides of the triangle.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Vedika, we can't hear you.
Inside the straw or out of it?
Outside the triangle. Outside the triangle.
On all the three sides of the straw, you have to fix.
Ma'am, so it has to be completely covered, right? And the straws can't slip out.
No.
Ma'am, but my straws keep slipping out.
See, you can make it tighter, Ria. You have
Okay.
not glued the paper, right? You can make it tighter.
Okay.
Adya, have you done it?
1 minute, ma'am. I'm doing the last pair. I'm sticking the last pair of straws.
Ma'am, it was Jala's turn.
Vedika, are you able to do it?
Yeah, just to make sure, is it
Sure.
like this?
It's a bit hazy. Uh, yeah, that is okay. Yeah.
Is it
You have to
all?
stick it to all the three sides. Yes. See, Vedika,
Ma'am,
like this is the
I made a
triangle,
mistake.
Yeah.
and you have to stick each pair to all three sides like this.
I
Okay.
was confused because we drew the pattern on it and it's like hiding.
Ma'am, I made my tube.
Okay. Have you made the window-like thing?
I'll make it right now.
Yeah.
Does the window have to be in the middle?
Yes, it would be better if it be in the middle.
Okay.
Ma'am, it doesn't look great,
Not.
but this is what it looks like.
Yes. Yes, Jia. That is okay. And see what you can do, Jia. You can also put another set of sellotape, like just to secure it altogether.
It's all secured. I used double it, so it's pretty tight.
All right, fine. So you are having a green sheet of paper, right?
Yes, I do. I have this.
Now encircle it like this.
Okay.
Yeah. And then encircle it tightly, okay? And then you can glue it.
All right.
Ma'am, I'm done.
Okay. Shradha? Okay.
I've
Now you can
just
encircle a green chart paper around it. Like this, encircle it. Okay?
should I encircle it vertically, ma'am?
No, yeah, vertically, yeah.
Ma'am, can I encircle it with this paper? This paper is more flexible.
Yeah, you can encircle it with a flexible paper.
Yeah. Okay.
Ma'am, glue isn't working. Like I can't stick it.
Yes.
It's this glue. So is there any way to stick it
Okay.
without the tape?
So you're not having Fevicol?
No. Um,
All right. So you can do it after the class, Vedika. Okay. When you have Fevicol or something, you can stick it.
Ma'am, I made the pocket.
Vedika, you can use sellotape also.
Ma'am, I made the pocket.
Very nice.
Yes.
Ma'am, so now what do I do?
See the picture that I'm showing. Okay. On one of your straws, on one color straws, one will be xylem and the other will be phloem. Okay. So on
Okay.
one color, draw upward, upward arrows. The flexible part which is bending are the roots, are the branches which is taking them to the roots. Okay. So
Okay.
considering them as the roots, in one of the straw, draw upward arrows. In the other straw, draw both upward and downward arrows.
Okay. Oh, where's my shoe? My coffee book.
I'll keep that screen on. Okay. So you all can
Yes,
see it.
please. So on one straw, downward arrows, and on one straw, upward and downward.
Upward and downward both. Now the bottom portion is where your flexible, part is. If you can see in this image, that is the root.
Okay. Yeah, so how do I make that?
Those who do not have a flexible straw need not make that. Those who have flexible straws can make that.
I think this is the flexible side. Oh, okay.
Ma'am, I've made the cube.
I'll come
now
there.
I made straw rolls.
Very good. Now see the screen and cut out a small window at the center of your length. Not exact center, but little bit.
Ma'am, so I don't know how to make it flexible because if I push it down, how do I make the roots pop out? I made the arrows.
The cylindrical paper that you've wrapped should
Yeah.
be there only up till the bend. Have they covered the entire length of straw?
Yes, they have.
Just take a small paper cutter and draw a
Okay.
slit and cut out that the bottom part of the paper.
Oh, cut out the bottom part of the paper. Okay.
Yeah, which is like the part after the bend, you just remove that.
Okay.
Man, this is what mine looks like now. It's wrapped.
Okay, now see the screen, Gia. Make a small window.
Oh, how do I do that?
Use
You
a
can
paper
use a
cutter.
cutter. Use a paper cutter and just slit it out. It is just a single sheet of paper, right? Don't use a scissor. Don't use a scissor. Use a
I
cutter.
don't have a paper cutter.
You don't have it right now, or you don't have it at home.
No, I don't have one at home.
Okay, so take one blade of the scissor and use it like a cutter.
Okay.
Be very careful, Gia. And don't worry if it is not a perfect rectangle, okay? It can be
Yeah.
irregular shaped.
Okay.
All of y'all handling scissors and cutter, please be careful. Um,
So now we make a cylinder and
yeah, and now wrap it around the straws. Uh, Nicola, ma'am,
Yeah.
you continue with this. I will continue the explanation for level 0, and you join in 5 minutes or 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, I made it. Okay. Nicola, ma'am, it doesn't look anything like the picture, but it looks like this when I made the slit.
Yeah, yeah, that is okay. Like you should be able to see the stars through the window, okay?
Yeah,
And then
it's pretty cool. Yeah.
yeah, you'll have to
Uh,
make markings, okay?
Gia, make the markings. In one
Okay.
colored
Yeah,
straw, upward arrows. In the second color, it should be upward and downward both.
yeah.
Okay.
And where you'll have made upward arrows, write X. That's for xylem. Okay?
Ma'am, I did it. I made the roots as well.
Okay. Where you'll have made upward and downward arrows, write P. That is for phloem.
I don't have much space for that.
No, you'll have to write it on the straws itself.
Yeah, I know, but I don't have enough space to write that. I'll try.
Ma'am, I did it.
Okay, very good. Very good, Ria.
Oh, ma'am, it's not working.
Uh,
The upward arrows.
See, you
But
have to.
I managed to make a few, so that's okay.
Yeah,
Ma'am, what
you
do I
make
do after that?
after making the upward arrow, write X in wherever you
Yeah,
have
I
made the
did.
upward arrow. Write
did.
X,
I did.
and where you made upward as well as downward arrow, write P there.
Yeah, I wrote those.
Okay, then it's
Ma'am, I
done.
did the
If at all you want, y'all can make a flower with red, pink, or orange color and stick it at the top. So this is a structure of your shoot of the plant.
Ma'am, can I make another slit?
You can.
Ma'am, can you see mine? I did it.
Y'all do one thing. Take a close-up picture and send it to me on the group.
Okay.
It will be clearly
But
visible.
is it correct? Does it look good?
It's correct. It's superb. It's very nice, Ria.
Thank you.
Make a flower and put it on the top, okay?
Okay.
ma'am, can you see?
Yes, yes, Adya, we can see that.
Is it okay?
Yes, yes, it's very good. Now make the arrows, and wherever you are putting the upward arrow, write xylem. And for the downward arrow and upward arrow, you write phloem.
Oh, I didn't write that. Let me write it.
All right. So, girls, y'all continue, finish making this, and send us pictures on the group, okay?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I need to leave. I have another class.
Yeah, so even we have another class. So we will, I want all these pictures in another half an hour, okay, in my WhatsApp. All right. All right, girls. Hope you have enjoyed making the vascular bundles and hope you understood everything in the session today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, send the pictures without fail. And I will be sharing the questions on WhatsApp, okay?
Okay.
Since we are
Okay.
running lack of time. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.